are jam-packed into the Relentless gym, and a night where we honour the past and brace ourselves for the future. Hello wrestling fans, Matty Huss here at ringside with Shane Hero, and Shane, we are all excited for the Bad to the Bone Battle Royale, but we are still reeling from the events at Colac Carnage.
Absolutely right. It shocked everyone in the Mayhem locker rooms, in the crowd, when we saw the physicals betray the trust of Sketch and the fans by joining forces with Nate Hunter.
Nate Hunter, the new Colac champion here in Mayhem Pro. No rest for the wicked though, because Nate Hunter goes one-on-one with a former Colac champion here tonight.
It doesn't get any bigger than this here at Mayhem. He is going up against the J-Stick himself, JXT.
A double main event here tonight at Bad to the Bone as the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship is up for grabs. Lochy Hendricks going up against Blake Malik. Blake finally getting his one-on-one opportunity.
It's been a long time coming, but Blake Malik in a title match, it's going to be off the charts.
And speaking of a long time coming, we are going in hot first thing up tonight. A match 1 year in the making as Jab takes on the eternal Edward Dusk.
When we met, Jab, you said you wanted me to join you because we were so alike. And as time has gone on and the more I've seen, the brooding exterior, the dilapidated buildings, the burning candles, very 5 years ago, by the way, I'm beginning to think we're so alike because you want to be me. Maybe I should be flattered. They say imitation is the finest form, but the truth is that beneath the surface, you and I are nothing alike. See, I think that you are pathetic. I think you're predictable. When I turned down joining your little cult, you sent Isaiah after me. How'd that go for you? And then when that didn't work, you tried your favorite trick. You go after my loved ones, you go after my wife, but bigger monsters than you have tried. But you wanted me to get angry so that you can set Ezekiel on me. I'll make a mistake and he can put me down. But instead I outsmarted him. I beat him almost like I knew what move you were going to make before you made it. And now there's nothing that stands between you and me. Funny that. See, Jab, I'm not your next target. I'm not your victim. I'm not a sheep in your field. I'm the snake in your garden. I am the karma that you have tried so hard to outrun. And I promise, at Bad to the Bone, I am your end in walking flesh, and I don't care who you pray to, but I promise I will make you beg.
It was inevitable that you would end up in my world eventually. The only question was which role you would choose. I didn't want to fight you, Edward Dusk. I wanted to save you. That's the tragedy of all of this. Not for me. I've made my peace with what this has to be. The tragedy is yours. Because you stood in front of me, in front of them, and you looked at an open door and you chose a wall. You brought up your woman. My favorite trick. That was a kindness, Edward. I needed you to understand that for all the legend, for all the lore, for all the minds that you've so famously broken over the years, that you are not impenetrable. Not for me. Your mind bent the moment I decided to touch it. I needed you to feel that. I needed you to know that. You called yourself the snake in my garden. I've been thinking a lot about that. You meant it as defiance. Like casting yourself as the villain somehow put me out of your reach. But Edward, be careful. You know how it goes. One moment you're slithering into new territories, bathing in the venom of your own pride, and in the next, the creator has decided he doesn't want to take chances with you anymore, and he cuts the head off of the snake! Your greatest sin, Edward, is not defiance. It's the belief that righteousness is armor. It isn't. And this Saturday, I'll prove it. When your screams of anguish bellow throughout Melton like an eternal prayer. Who do you pray to?
Wrestling fans, this is big fight feel right here. A year in the making. It was all the way back at Anarchy Rules in Rockbank in 2025 that we first saw this man, Jab, interact with Edward Dusk.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jab.
Multi-time former Mayhem Pro champion, but taking on one of his most cerebral challenges ever. Listen to the crowd, up and about, for the Eternal, for the Paragon, the dangerous Edward Dusk. Let's not forget, Edward Dusk was undefeated in Mayhem Pro until Jab's interference at Collision in Colac.
220 pounds.
Strong words from both this man, the Paragon, the Eternal, Edward Dusk, and his opponent tonight, the leader of the cycle, Jab. A match 1 year in the making. It was in 2025 at Anarchy Rules in Rockbank that we first saw Jab and Edward Dusk intercept. And let's not forget, Edward Dusk was undefeated in Mayhem Pro until Jab's interference at Collision in Colac. And Shane Hero, Edward Dusk has turned down multiple attempts by Jab to recruit him to the cycle.
It's an opportunity not afforded to many, and yet Dusk has refused at every offer.
And we are off. What a matchup this is going to be, Shane Hero. The interesting dynamic in this matchup, both of these men are incredibly cerebral athletes who thrive and prosper on getting in the heads of their opponents. But I think it's fair to say, Shane Hero, that tonight both Edward Dusk and Jab have met their cerebral match.
You are absolutely right, and looking at what's happening right now, it appears almost physically they have both met each other's match.
Oh, and it's breaking down right now. Edward Dusk and Jab exchanging clubbing blows against each other. Oh, and Edward Dusk sending Jab to the outside, and don't the Mayhem Maniacs here in Melton love it? We are jam-packed in the new Relentless gym as Edward Dusk unleashes a wicked chop on the chest of the leader of the cycle. And now a headbutt sending Jab absolutely reeling at ringside. Oh, and another one of those wicked chops. We were saying at the outset of this match, Shane, that, well, both of these competitors are incredibly cerebral. It seems like they've both just let themselves completely go, realising it's going to take sheer violence to get on top in this match.
You're absolutely right, Matty. It is so hard to think what is going to be the advantage either man will have in this match.
Oh, and a big flying kick right to the solar plexus of Jab. Edward Dusk in a mount position and now unloading with right hands. I thought he might have gone for the pin attempt there, but he just wants to inflict punishment on Jab.
Right, both men seem to be resorting to nothing but pure brutality so far in this match.
Edward Dusk now unloading on the midsection of Jab. Edward Dusk's reputation precedes him. He is one of the most violent, depraved competitors in all of Australian wrestling. Unloading now on Jab. Let's not forget, Shane Hero, it was Jab that brought in Edward Dusk's wife into the discourse, and I think Edward Dusk is very much making Jab pay.
You are right. There are some lines you do just not cross in professional wrestling. Unless you're Jab, in which case anything is fair game.
Interesting dynamic in this match. Edward Dusk, he can usually prey on weakness, but he just seems to not have been able to break through to Jab. I mean, Jab has this god complex that he's been parading here in Mayhem Pro for years now, and Edward Dusk seems to have not been able to crack through the nut that is Jab. But right now, Jab through the ropes onto the apron. Edward Dusk turning the tide, looking to regain control of this match. Dangerous position for these two competitors on the ring apron. What on earth has Edward Dusk got in mind? Fireman's carry position on the ring apron. Jab manages to slip out, and Edward Dusk straight into the hard steel ring post. And Jab now. No, he's not going to go for the pile driver. Tombstone pile driver on the apron of the ring, and Edward Dusk is motionless at ringside.
If you're unfamiliar with the build of a wrestling ring, that is pretty much pure steel that Dusk has just been driven into right there.
Referee Sam Addison now starting the count. If Edward Dusk does not make his way back into the ring by the count of 10, Jab will get out of dodge with a victory here. And isn't he happy with himself in the ring as well? Edward Dusk, though, now starting to get some movement at ringside. He's only got a count of 4 left in order to get back into the ring. Shane, this match might be over.
This has got to be disappointing for Dusk to end this way.
Edward Dusk can barely get back to his feet. Referee Sam Addison at 9 and at 9.5. Edward Dusk manages desperation to get back into the ring. And now Jab's turn to unleash. Jab is usually so cool and calculated and cerebral, but even he is descending into just a wild brawl at this point.
It's almost a very different style we're seeing out of both men here tonight. Just that pure violence that they are both happy to dish out on the opponent.
Reversal Irish whip by Jab and a reverse elbow taking down Edward Dusk, and just like that, Jab regains control of the match and going to work on the left arm with a massive kick.
All those mind games. All those years of winning people's minds, huh?
Jab reinforcing what we were talking about, Shane Hero.
For me to ask you, once and for all, who do you pray to?
A defiant Edward Dusk rejecting the invitation once more from Jab, but up into an Uber driver position, and Jab drops Edward Dusk with with the Uber driver. Lateral press goes to the cover. Dusk kicks out at 2. It is not many competitors, Shane Hero, that we see kick out of the Uber driver.
But both men have got so much drive in this match. You look at that frustration in the face of Jab. You can see he's not used to many people kicking out of that move.
Oh, and speaking of kicks, a massive kick right to the spine of Edward Dusk as Jab now dragging him towards the corner. What on earth has the leader of the cycle got in mind? This is territory we seldom see Jab venture into. Such is his desperation to put this match to bed. Jab on the top rope. My God, a moonsault attempt, but Dusk manages to roll out of the way. Jab putting it all on the line to no avail.
Absolutely incredible sight there. Jab going to the top for a moonsault.
It feels, honestly, Shane Hero, like no one is in control of this match. Both competitors seem to be digging to depths of desperation that we don't normally see them go to as they now exchange clubbing blows back and forth. Dusk blocking Jab's right-hand attempts, and it is all Edward Dusk now at this point. Well, commentators curse. Jab with a massive knee to the midsection of Edward Dusk, and once again into the Uber driver position. But Dusk slipping out the back door, pushes him into the ropes. Massive back body drop, and Edward Dusk is starting to fire up. Massive swinging neck breaker, and this is a position that Jab does not want to find himself in. Once Edward Dusk gets a taste of blood in the water, it is hard to stop him.
Look at that fury in the eyes of Dusk.
And there's the German suplex. Massive German into a spear by Edward Dusk. Hooks the leg. Sam Addison. Only good for a 2 count. 1 year in the making. And it is going to take everything that the ultimate winning competitor can dish out to get over the line in this match. On numerous occasions, we have seen Edward Dusk reject the invitations of Jab to join the cycle, and Dusk indicating it is just about over. What does the Eternal, what does the Paragon have in mind here as he ascends to the top rope? And wait a minute, Isaiah, a member of the cycle at ringside, the winner of the Relentless Rumble. What's he doing here? Oh, just enough time to distract Edward Dusk as he receives the spinning heel kick. And here's Ezekiel now up on the ring apron, the 7-foot giant distracting the ref. Meanwhile, Edward Dusk in a tree of woe, being held by Isaiah. Here comes Jab. A Claymore-style kick to a completely helpless Edward Dusk. Falls to the floor.
Matty, we question what could be the advantage either man could have, and we neglected to think. In the case of Jab, it is the cycle.
Jab directing traffic, telling his disciple Isaiah to send Edward Dusk into the ring. Ezekiel now praying like a shark on the outside. A sight we are all too familiar with. Oh my goodness! A knockout blow! Wondrous way, spinning heel kick. Jab rolls Edward Dusk over. And that's it! It was as if Jab was giving Edward Dusk one last chance to join the cycle. An ever-defined Edward Dusk rejecting. Now what's going to happen here?
You, come here.
Ezekiel, Isaiah, running rampant at ringside.
So get out of the way.
Edward Dusk has barely moved in the ring. Still reeling from the Wanderer's way, spinning heel kick, and jab has a chair. What on earth does the leader of the cycle have in mind? 2 chairs. Are we going to see a cycle concerto?
It's time to cut the head off the snake!
No, don't do a jab! A moment of hesitation.
Edward, you called yourself the snake in my grass, but you don't get it. The snake was the point. The snake gives the garden its story. And now I extend one last gesture of forgiveness. You know what you have to do. Join the cycle.
Well, it's apparent what the Mayhem Maniacs here in Melton think. But Edward Dusk in no position to answer the invitation of jab. It was as if as soon as Jab had won that match that a switch was flicked. And once again, Jab and the cycle seem to be in full control of their world. But look out, Jab has left ringside. But Isaiah, Ezekiel, still at ringside.
Strangle him with this bitch-ass scarf.
It seems as if the cycle almost reluctant to enter the ring. Let's not forget, was that our last show that we saw Edward Dusk take on the giant Ezekiel as Edward Dusk makes his way to the locker room. It seems now the coast is clear for the cycle to enter the ring. The cycle, ladies and gentlemen, #1 contenders for the Mayhem Pro Tag Team Championships.
Is scheduled for 1 fall.
And it looks like we're getting that match now.
And it is for the Mayhem Pro Tag Team Championships.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Your referee for this match, Sam Addison, currently in the ring at a combined weight of 455 pounds. First, standing 7 feet tall, Ezekiel. And the winner of the 2025 Relentless Rumble, Isaiah, the Cycle.
A less than positive reception for Ezekiel, for Isaiah. Their first opportunity in what feels like the longest time to try reclaim what was theirs for so long. But they've got a massive mountain to climb. Here are the champs. Just listen to the reaction for the newly minted Mayhem Pro Tag Team Champions. Pumpin, Paul Fury, Cousin Ali, Their first title defense here since defeating the Physicals back at New Wave. And this is also not the first time we have seen these two teams go up against each other. It was back in 2025 that we saw Isaiah and Ezekiel get Cousin Ali up for the last testament. Will we see that showing of strength again tonight, or will we see a successful first defense from our fresh tag team champions, Shane Hero? I can't help but wonder what kind of headspace the Cycle are in after what we just saw at the end of Jab versus Edward Dusk.
Oh, we've seen for so long just the influence, the negative influence that Jab has over these two, and the atrocities he has made them do on his behalf. And you just know that tonight, after seeing Jab's victory, that they will be out to impress him just as much with one of their own.
Well, right now it is Cousin Ali doing the impressing. There's not too many people that can rival Ezekiel for size, but clocking in at 150 kegs and not far off 7 foot himself, Cousin Ali, massive chop, taking the air right out of Ezekiel, and this is a situation we don't normally see the 7 foot giant in.
That's it, there are few men that'll measure up to someone 7 feet tall.
Oh, and with 150 kilos behind the chop, Ezekiel is feeling every bit of Cousin Ali's hand.
The bad news is that when that's over, it's Pumpin Paul Fury who will also be in there with him.
Oh, Ezekiel managing to get out of the way and now unloading with some chops of his own. He might be 7 foot, but he is exceptionally agile, managing to get out of the way just in the nick of time. But as does Cousin Ali. Fireman's carry position. Samoa drop. Cousin Ali goes for the pin. No tag team title defense just yet. But now here comes one of the hottest up-and-comers in all of Victorian Pro Wrestling. Here's Pumpin Paul Fury. Fury and Ali may only have won the tag titles back in April, but they are well versed with each other as tag team partners in the ring. And as we were saying before, Shane Hero, not the first time we've seen Ali and Fury take on the Cycle. Hopefully, for Ali and Fury's sake, it will go in a slightly different direction. Well, good luck with that, Ezekiel. Not going to take the big man Paul Fury down so easily. Oh, but a massive knee, but Fury still standing. Oh, well, with some assertion, the tag into Isaiah, the winner of the 2025 Relentless Rumble. And say what you will about the Cycle, and I certainly say a lot, Shane Hero, but Isaiah is one of the most impressive athletes going around pro wrestling today. Oh, but the crossbody off the middle rope is no good. Fury catches him. Tried to send him over, but Isaiah gets out of the way, and what a beautiful drop kick.
You can't understand just how impressive it is to take someone like Paul Fury off his feet like that.
Oh, the standing moonsault. A wonderful display of athleticism from Isaiah, and I've got to say, Shane Hero, the crowd are actually getting behind Isaiah a little bit.
It seems that way. You can't help but be impressed whenever he's in the ring.
Ezekiel making sure to get himself back in the match, though. From a mount position, doesn't get the pinfall, but now going to work clinically, picking apart Pumpin Paul Fury.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good count there by senior referee Sam Addison. Ezekiel breaking the 5 count, but using the ropes to his advantage. When you're 7 foot and a giant, surely you don't need to be using the ropes like that.
Any advantage you can get, and I'm sure Jab has taught them that well.
For months now, Jab has been saying that 2026 would be the third coming of the Cycle. But Shane, we've seen nothing but dissent, disunity and uncertainty from all 3 members of the Cycle. Ezekiel seems to be the only one that might be holding the fort.
Well, look, we're off to a, unfortunately, very good start for the Cycle here tonight. And as an inspirational leader, having a victory what Jab just had, you can't help but feel that that is going to be inspiring the cycle here tonight to win that tag gold once again.
But you say that about that inspirational victory. You can't help but wonder, is the unbridled potential of Isaiah perhaps make him start to feel like he's held back by Jab, and right now it is Ezekiel that's feeling held back by Pumpin Paul Fury, and here comes Big Cuz, 150 kilos, Isaiah tagging it as well with a massive clothesline, taking down Isaiah. He's got him by the goozle. We're going to see a choke slam. Isaiah goes up. No, manages to slide at the back, and another picture-perfect drop kick. Oh, my goodness. Fantastic athleticism, but caught by Cousin Ali, and now the big bear hug.
And this is what makes the team of Fury and Ali so hard to turn hard match against. Because just when you get anywhere with either one of them, all of a sudden you've got a man nearly identical in strength and size back fresh in the ring.
I don't care just how athletic, just how dynamic you are. As soon as the 150-kilo giant that is Cousin Ali gets you in a bear hug, you're in all sorts. And right now, Isaiah on the brink of defeat, but barely manages to hold his arm above the mat. And somehow, astonishingly, getting himself back to his 2 feet. Clubbing his way out, but only now has Big Cuz had his grip broken off the top rope. Tornado DDT attempt. No! Big Cuz maintains his grip and just throws him off. Ezekiel. I think Ezekiel might have got a tag there. He did. Pumpin Paul Fury does not realize. Look out! Pump kick sends down Pumpin Paul. Directing traffic here, Ezekiel. Are we going to see the last testament? My goodness! What an impressive show of strength! Pumpin Paul's 125 kegs, but they had him up but couldn't execute. Big Cuz back in with a big clothesline. Wait a minute, are we seeing something out of the cycle playbook? A last testament by Cousin Ali, and Pumpin Paul goes for the cover, and Isaiah just breaking it up in time. I can't believe what we just saw, though. We saw the last testament from Ali and Paul Fury, and
what a slap in the face. To think the cycle couldn't pull off their own signature move, only to have that done to themselves. I don't know whether you want to poke the bear like that.
Well, it didn't work in their effect there because Isaiah regaining control of the match. Are we going to see the moonsault now for the top rope? Oh, wait a minute, Paul! Rolled out of the way!
No.
Isaiah! Moonsault onto Ezekiel! And Ali stalking him like a giant bear! Gets him up! Sends him down! Sit out powerbomb!
Things couldn't be going worse for the cycle right now.
As Isaiah lays prone at ringside, Cousin Ali eyeing off Ezekiel. Giant versus giant. You want to reinforce the ring for this, and big boot! Rocking the jaw of Cousin Ali. Misses with the claymore. And here's Pumpin Paul. We're going to see the Fury driver. He's got him up. Sends him down. Fury driver. It's elementary from here. Successful title defense. Cousin Ali, Pumpin Paul get their victory over the cycle.
Here are your winners, and still Mayhem Pro Tag Team Champions, Cousin Ali and Pumpin Paul Fury.
The tag champions return to Melton, the site of their victory over the Physicals. And they back it up with a successful defense against the cycle. They are two of the top teams in Victorian Pro Wrestling that Pumpin Paul Fury and Cousin Ali have successfully knocked off. The sky is truly the limit for our tag team champions, and aren't the Mayhem Maniacs here in Melton happy with that? The action keeps on coming, wrestling fans. Right now, we've got a massive one-on-one match as MJ Russo takes on the Hain plane, Matty Hain. Up to Shane Hero for the announcements. Whoa, wait a moment.
You need to kick him in the face.
As we see Isaiah at ringside, Jab has made his way. Chair still in hand. Ezekiel back to his feet. Isaiah just clocking now that his leader is here. Jab has completely hijacked the show. We're meant to have a singles match now, but what on earth are we going to see? As the crowd chant Mitch, the name we heard come out of the mouth of JXT. Last time we were here in Melton and Jab seemingly instructing his disciple to take a seat.
Isaiah, I think there's an elephant in the room that it's time we address. Your mind, it's been wandering. I don't like when people's mind wander. I've noticed the way you look at these people, the way you used to look at me. I've noticed the way people have been talking to you, the way JXT, the way Edward Dusk, the way they've been trying to appeal to you. And you've been listening, haven't you? What is it that they've been trying to call you that they think is living in there? This Mitch Connors they believe exists within you. You need to remember, quick smart kid, that there is no more Mitch Connors anymore. He died 2 years ago. It's about time that Isaiah underwent a repurification.
What the hell is Jab talking about?
There's only one. And just where in the hell do you think you're going? See, Isaiah will be undergoing a repurification, but it won't be by my hands, Ezekiel. It'll be by yours. My hope, Isaiah, is that this will remind you how much I love you. How much there is nobody for you but me. No one's really here for you. No one really cares about you. That your place is in the cycle, and it is time we washed away these wandering thoughts. Oh, and by the way, that Mayhem Internet Championship shot that you won at the Relentless Rumble, yeah. I'm so glad you won the Relentless Rumble, because in August at the Bacchus Marsh Public Hall, whatever your plans were of cashing in that Internet Championship shot at Mayhem Mania, It won't be Isaiah challenging for the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship. It'll be me. Because you are going to do the right thing and you are going to donate that championship shot to me. Because I need to be the leader here. I'm the only one that can carry this company. And you know exactly where you stand.
I cannot believe what I just witnessed. Jab hijacking the show for his repurification ceremony, and Isaiah, his head shaved at the hands of Ezekiel. The crowd in utter disbelief here, and at least according to Jab, the #1 contender shot at Mayhem Mania is his, but Isaiah, he's the one who won the Relentless Rumble.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. And you'll refer to this match, referee.
Second most popular referee.
MJ.
Wrestling fans, I'm still trying to get my head around what we just saw with the cycle. But what we're looking at right now is an equally sadistic bastard. The Calamity, TJ Russo, here for one-on-one competition.
Shut your mouth!
The last time we saw TJ Russo here in Melbourne, he took out the debuting Kodiak Bruno. But tonight he has his hands full.
Good rig, isn't it?
Well, here comes the Hain.
Let's get the power going! Oh yeah! We're getting them going! Let's go! Who's ready? You're done, Russo! Yeah, who wants one?
Master of the suplex.
Oh, that's the one we
Whether it be
want.
the H-bomb, the butterfly.
Yeah, remember.
Oh, MJ Russo from behind, taking the Hain plane by surprise. And this match is off and running, but a big clothesline out of the corner. Matty Hain exacting his revenge on the Calamity. Big stinger splash and straight in. Suplex City. Matty Hain delivers him as good as anybody. Oh, he says let's fly. The Hain plane is about to take off, and oh, MJ Russo managing to get out of the way just in the nick of time. Shane Hero, this is an astounding match we've got lined up, but I'm still trying to get my head around what we just saw with the cycle, a repurification.
You can't help but wonder what's in store for Mitch Connell. Are we allowed to call him that now?
Well, most of the Mayhem Maniacs here were, and we heard JXT reference him by that name, but Isaiah, well, seemingly still under the spell of Jab. Big fall-away slam by the Hain plane there as MJ Russo takes a powder on the outside. We'll come back to the cycle in a moment because I think the Hain plane is finally taking off. Suicide dive through the middle rope. Matty Hain, large and in charge in this matchup. But everyone here, Shane Hero, still reeling over Isaiah getting his head shaved. The re-purification, as Jab put it. But that was as uncomfortable of a situation as I've ever bore witness to.
Yeah. Look, it was a harsh lesson Jab was looking to teach tonight. However, in terms of what we're seeing here in the ring tonight, Russo was also looking to impart a valuable lesson on Matty Hain, telling him through the week that he was going to teach him that not to trust the fans here at Mayhem, telling him that they would turn on him just as he feels they did to him. So far, though, the crowd here tonight seems to be very much behind Matty Hain.
MJ Russo made his debut back in 2016, a decade in the business, and he has made it his mission over recent months to be making an example of the younger talent of Mayhem Pro, as we see a fantastic twisting senton from a standing start. Matty Hain kicking out at 2. But MJ Russo has been trying to make an example of all the young up-and-comers here, but, well, when he gets in control like this, he is prone to getting a little bit cocky, Shane Hero, and that has gone against him in a few matchups here, namely back in Colac last month, where it was Bruno getting the one-up on him in that massive Mayhem mosh pit match. But this is exactly what MJ Russo's trying to focus on, slowing down the match, maintaining the pace, setting the tempo he wants. And right now, with that sleeper hold, that almost quasi, almost a shades of Ted DiBiase there, actually, with that lock up there. But Matty Hain managing to break out of it. Big back elbow, killing MJ Russo, and now a big boot rocking the jaw of MJ Russo, and you can see, just like that, Shane Hero, he's losing his cool, got in his head, fortunately managed to get out of the way of a flying Hain plane. Will MJ Russo take advantage of this now to kind of recalibrate himself? Lateral press, kick out at 2.
And look, you may not like the tactic starting the match early the way that it certainly been in the ring. I didn't like the way that Russo started this match. However, it seems to be effective, and against someone as fast-paced as Matty Hain, slowing him down, getting him down to the mat as he has been doing, looks like a winning strategy so far.
Matty Hain relies on his speed and relies on those suplexes, but right now MJ Russo working on the core, looking to take that core strength away. Oh, what an impressive move. Leapfrog, driving the head of Matty Hain into the mat. Manages to kick out at 2. He didn't hook the leg there, Shane Hero. That did him a disservice.
But if had he hooked that leg, we could very well have seen the 3 count right there, and Russo could be having his hand raised in victory.
MJ Russo just pie-facing and kicking Matty Hain back into the corner. The crowd here in Melton, none too happy with that. Here in our new Relentless gym, our second outing in this fantastic space, and the Mayhem Maniacs are absolutely packed to the brim here. And MJ Russo making sure every single one of them knows what he thinks. Flying kick, Matty Hain back in control, hooks the waist, massive German suplex, nearly breaking MJ Russo in half. Fireman's carry position. What are we going to see here from the Hain plane? Oh, go to sleep. MJ Russo managing to keep his feet in the Claymore now. Matty Hain, he's feeling it. Is this going to be the massive singles victory that Matty Hain has been craving all year here in Mayhem Pro? Gets him up, MJ Russo slipping out the back door, trying to lock that clutch in once again. Matty Hain rolls through and sends him over. Oh my goodness! Absolutely dropped him like a ton of bricks. Hooks the leg and that's it. Matty Hain secures a massive singles victory here at Bad to the Bone.
Your winner, Matty Hain.
What an impressive victory from Matty Hain, taking out the 10-year veteran MJ Russo. Russo's been making his way, working his way through the locker room, but Matty Hain is one up-and-comer that MJ Russo was not able to put down. And speaking of up-and-comers, Wrestling fans, we're about to see the Black Hole Sun go one-on-one with the gambler, Ben Barnett.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Your referee for this match, referee Buttons.
The expression on Shane's hero face says it all. And the boos of the crowd say even more. The gambler, Ben Barnett. He's always happy to bet on himself. Will he be backing himself in tonight against the Black Hole Sun? I'm just amazed that Ben Barnett found the time to pull himself away from the pokey room. Six foot 6, 105 kilos on the scale. Ben Barnett is a big boy. And like him or not, a good competitor. But he's going to have his hands full tonight. The Mosher, he sees a pit in every ring he wants to fight in. An absolute cannonball of energy. TJ Wylde looking to make his mark. Here at Bat to the Bone. Colac Carnage. It was an impressive showing against Jab by this man, TJ Wylde. He wasn't able to get the job done against Jab, but he was admirable in defeat, and we all saw firsthand just how rock solid that sconce of TJ Wylde is.
That's right. Yeah.
Ben Barnett has done his scouting. He'll be avoiding any attempts at a clubbing blow to the head of TJ Wylde, because he might break a finger or two. At that same card in Colac, Ben Barnett defeated a returning Killian Bates. A surprise opponent for Ben Barnett. He was expecting to face Erica Reid, Shane Hero.
Credit to him. He did pretty well against a surprise opponent who he wasn't planning to have a match against that night.
But he's had time to scout and prepare for the Black Hole Sun. A bit of a tag team specialist is TJ Wylde. We've seen him team up with Matty Pierce as the Wild Stallions to much success here in Mayhem Pro. But TJ Wylde looking to make his mark as a single competitor. He's giving up a few inches. He's giving up a few pounds to Ben Barnett as he draws the line in the sand, so to speak. TJ Wylde looking locked and loaded as they lock up.
Barnett may have some advantage here tonight, given that he does know who his opponent was going to be ahead of time. However, I wonder, will he have been scouting his wrestling moves or looking at how he can possibly wrangle a successful bet out of this somehow?
Look out, that might be not the best course of action for Ben Barnett. He seems to have just fired the Black Hole Sun up as he drops down and sends Ben Barnett over. And oh, a massive European uppercut, sending Ben Barnett to the corner. Attempted a bulldog, but Barnett manages to shove him off with a big clothesline into the corner. TJ Wylde heading up to the top rope. What are we going to see from the Black Hole Sun? Oh my goodness, a missile drop kick. Taking out the gambler, Ben Barnett. Big tree, fall hard. And it's all about the Black Hole Sun right now here in Melton. Locks him up, attempting a suplex there, but Ben Barnett saw it coming, clubbing blows to the kidney region and the ribs of TJ Wylde. Oh, just slings him into the middle rope. And Barnett taking every advantage of the top rope there. Referee Buttons, well, they're going to make sure that all the rules are adhered to.
I hate to give him credit, but Barnett looks to be taking this match pretty seriously for a change. He doesn't seem to be looking for some sort of an angle to have gambled on this match, and it seems to be working really well for him.
As he goes to the lateral press, TJ Wylde kicking out at 2. I think it's fair to say, Shane Hero, that the aftermath of the casino brawl match against Johari back at New Wave here in Melton in April, I think has probably given Ben Barnett a bit of renewed focus, perhaps. The punishment he endured in that match cannot go understated. The Fremont Street Slam taking down TJ Wylde, but only good for a 2 count.
Maybe this is the start of a page turning for Barnett. He's impressing me tonight, as much as I hate to admit it. He's
I never thought I'd hear those words come out of your mouth there, Shane Hero.
Neither did I.
Into the corner, massive clothesline. Oh, and the second one. Well, he's going to go for the trifecta here. He's signaling to the crowd, rolls the dice, and TJ Wylde ducks. Oh, ingenious offense there. Schoolyard tricks there from TJ Wylde. Ben Barnett kicking out at 2. Oh, it sends him down. Backbreaker right over the knee. Oh, and somehow TJ Wylde manages to kick out, and Ben Barnett is beside himself. He can't believe it. What's it going to take to put down the Black Hole Sun? Well, looking to slow down the match, maybe put him to sleep. TJ Wylde struggling, gasping for air, somehow digging deep and gets himself back onto his 2 feet. And now gets it broken. And we talked about that rock hard sconce of TJ Wylde. He used it to great effect with the jawjacker, and now unloading on the gambler. Oh, Barnett out of desperation, taking advantage of his size and his strength and his weight to drive TJ Wylde back into the corner. It's going to take a lot to put down TJ Wylde, though. The heart that this competitor has is almost unparalleled. Oh, my goodness. Flying head scissors taking down the gambler.
Very impressive from TJ Wylde, getting the momentum his way.
Oh, and a massive right hand. Absolutely leveling the gambler. And spitting back into the face of the Black Hole Sun. What a showing of disrespect. Misses the clothesline attempt, and biting into the hand of the gambler. That's his craps hand, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and a massive forearm. My goodness, TJ Wylde has just shifted into a whole another gear. Attempting to send him over, and oh my goodness, he does. TJ Wylde sending the 6'6" Ben Barnett over with the suplex like he was a cruiserweight.
Incredible strength there from Wylde.
Ben Barnett is in all sorts right now. TJ Wylde might have his window of opportunity to get a massive singles victory here. Oh, but just slung into the middle turnbuckle.
His head just snapping backwards as he hit that turnbuckle.
Oh, and Barnett sends him down. He's calling it. Barnett feels that he's in the home straight. Are we about to see him cross the finish post? He's got him up. Oh, it looked like he was going to go for his high roller Death Valley driver, but Barnett rolls him up, steals the victory. The Black Hole Sun has pulled one out against Ben Barnett. What a victory for the Black Hole Sun here at Bad to the Bone. The gambler is beside himself, he can't believe it. But TJ Wylde pulling out a massive win. Some might even say an upset that even the gambler didn't see coming. Well, wrestling fans, we are here tonight, Bad to the Bone 2, honouring the to the Bone Battle Royale. Shane Hero, get us going.
The following contest is the Bad to the Bone Battle Royal.
Now that is a professional. Well done, Seb.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor this time to invite our next guest to ringside. This man had a legendary in-ring career that spanned generations. He is also responsible for training many of Australia's very best professional wrestlers. And tonight, he is here to present his trophy to the winner of the Bad to the Bone Battle Royal. He has spent decades famously shouting at crowds across Australia, "You shut up." But tonight I want you to do anything but, so please make some noise as we introduce the legendary Hitman George Julio!
Shut up.
It is not possible to overstate the significance of the Hitman George Julio's impact on Australian wrestling. He is the reason why we are all here. This is why this is Bad to the Bone.
The following contest is a battle royal. Eliminations will occur when a wrestler is thrown over the top rope and both feet touch the floor. The last wrestler remaining will be declared the winner.
As we await a cavalcade of Mayhem Pro stars.
Introducing your competitors.
He's arrogant, he's cocky, but we're seeing more and more that when he takes aim, he doesn't miss. The protege of George Hitman Julio was laid out by the champion last year, and look! Returning after a serious shoulder injury, Erica Reed is back! The winner of the first Bad to the Bone Hitman Julio Battle Royale. The Musketeer is here looking to defend. One-time referee. He was pushed too far by Jake Navarra. And now he's a competitor. We talked about him before and a massive victory. Bruno now looking to get his hands on the trophy. Straight out of Werribee South, they breed him tough in Wyndham.
Right here.
What kind of condition, what kind of mental state is the gambler going to be in after losing to this man, TJ Wylde? The Black Hole Sun, can he go 2 for 2 tonight? The Calamity looking to redeem himself after his earlier loss. Another competitor looking to go 2 for 2 tonight here at Bad to the Bone. A huge contingent here for this debutant tonight. Is he going to debut with a bang? Franchise is looking to win the Colac Championship tonight. You know he wants to take that trophy home as well as the championship. Enigma, the X Factor, that is Rowan. Some breakout performances in 2025 or 2026. See him take home the trophy. Never sell Broderick Matthews short. As dangerous of a competitor as anyone in the locker room. Another X Factor in this Battle Royale. He's the high flyer. He knows how to get the crowd going. He wants to make his mark here tonight. We talk about new faces. We talk about the future. Here is yet another example. A massive crowd favourite, master of the Kama rack. We'll have Kama throw everyone out here. Geez, the ring is certainly filling up right now. Tommy A, baby! The first time we've seen Tommy A in a Mayhem Pro ring in months. The king of Colac, the former Colac champion. Oh, and Jake Navarra, a man who has plenty of history with Sketch. What an assembly of talent in the ring here. All vying for the prestige, for the honour of holding aloft the Hitman Julio Trophy. Battle Royales are crazy and hectic at the best of times. Let's wait and see.
The winning ticket! Wait. Right here!
What is he talking about?
The first one out is you!
Big Barnett, he's got the exotic bet.
Oh
no, it didn't pay off. TJ Wylde eliminating the gambler. TJ Wylde once again putting Ben Barnett to the floor.
2 losses to Wylde in one night for Ben Barnett.
He had the exotic bet. He bet on TJ Wylde being the first person eliminated. And listen to the crowd. The Nana song. Barnett's out of here. Oh, and there we go. The Musketeer launching into the corner.
Incidentally, I take back every positive thing I said about Barnett. I should have known better.
It's going to be hard to keep up with the action here, wrestling fans. We'll do our best as MJ Russo looking to duck JXT out of the ring on the near side. Ace, Shaq and Sketch going to work. 2 high flyers rolling like the best of them. And Colac in a perilous position.
And Matty, do you have a pick in this match? It's going to be, there's a lot of good people to choose from, but who's your favourite at this stage?
It is hard to pick Shane Hero when you've got so many X Factors, you've got debutantes, you've got young up-and-comers. It's hard to know how they will interact in this environment, but it's hard to look past the veteran experience of talent like JXT, like Erica Reed, like Mitch Waterman. It could be anyone's match. Killian Bates had a fantastic showing at Colac.
And not to mention, look at someone like Eddie Dreezy making his debut here for Mayhem tonight. And Colac making his wrestling debut here in this match. Imagine what it could mean to someone's career coming into Mayhem and winning a match of this caliber.
This match is in honour of the Hitman George Julio, who is sitting at ringside as TJ Wylde hanging perilously over the rope there. George Julio responsible for so many amazing talent in Australian wrestling, and you know he would be so proud to hand that trophy over to a young up-and-comer, but he would equally be as happy to hand it over to someone like JXT, someone who has learned so much from him over the years.
That's right, and look, we cannot possibly say how important George Julio is to pro wrestling here in Australia. Not enough time to do him justice. Safe to say the man is a living legend, and if it weren't for him, none of us would be here tonight.
TJ Wylde eliminated from the match. Killian Bates hanging on for dear life onto the bottom rope. Looks like Johari also perilously hanging on the bottom rope there. Jake Navarra going to work on the far side of the ring, taking out the Kodiak Bruno, who's holding on as well. This ring is still very full, Shane Hero, and the danger that any competitor runs in this is that, well, frankly, anything can happen as the Musketeer going to work on Roderick Matthews. All it takes is just one slight slip up, and you can find yourself over the top rope. You've got to have your head on a swivel in a match like this. As TJ Russo looking to eliminate the franchise, sends him over the top rope. JXT barely managing to hold on. Erica Reed going to work in the corner as well. The former internet champion would have to be a hot favourite in this match, and Shane Hero, Erica certainly would see this return from injury in a battle royale like this as a way to catapult herself back into championship contention.
Definitely going to be catapulting anyone's career here at Mayhem. Someone like Reed, that means back into title contention.
Referee Pete, I've got to stop calling him now because he's competitor Pete now.
Only a year ago he was referee Pete, and what a story it's been seeing Pete Carter and his evolution in such a relative space of time.
He's going to work on Johari on the top rope. Jake Navarra trying to send Killian Bates to the outside. The Musketeer and Kama.
Look, you can see a few of the people there doing some very smart things, keeping low at a match like this. Staying low, not those dead ropes.
And look at that, the Musketeer and Kama. They became, well, unlikely friends in recent months, and they've just eliminated MJ Russo from the match. Ace Jack now looking to eliminate Pete Carter.
Leave!
The Musketeer going to work on the far side of the ring as well. But
That's Sketch and Mitch Waterman here in the corner. For someone like Sketch, who's usually a high flyer, the last place you want to be in a match like this is near the top rope.
oh, JXT crotching the degenerate Roderick Matthews on the top rope. And goodness, not a position you want to be in. Big right hand, and there goes the degenerate JXT with a big elimination.
After that, he might be pretty happy he actually got that elimination.
Mitch Waterman still in this match, and let's not forget, Shane, it was at last year's Bad to the Bone in the inaugural Bad to the Bone Hitman Julio Battle Royale that Mitch Waterman, well, felt the wrath of the Hitman. He certainly will be wanting to redeem himself tonight. At present, we've still got just about a baker's dozen worth of competitors in the ring. We're yet to see anyone really break out. There's been no clear standout so far in this match. It's going to take a few more eliminations, I think, before we see anyone kind of rise above the pack as the Kodiak Bruno hanging onto the bottom rope, keeping himself in contention, and Jake Navarra unloading there on Pete Carter. Pete Carter! Oh, Navarra is gone!
That's huge! Pete Carter gets the elimination of Jake Navarra.
And isn't he happy to have that? But Navarra now, let's not forget the history of these two. It was Jake Navarra. Oh my goodness, body slam on the outside. It was Mr. 24/7. Who was the catalyst for Pete Carter to end up in the ring? And Waterman now. Up on his shoulders, Pete Carter fighting with all he's got. Oh, flying knees. What a showing there from Pete Carter. Mitch Waterman is one of the top competitors in all of Australian wrestling. And is he about to get eliminated by Pete Carter?
Story that would be Pete Carter recently the wrestler and winning all the Bad to the Bone Battle Royal. Story that would be Pete Carter if he were to get the win here tonight.
Oh, you'd have to know that Hitman Julio would be thrilled to hand over the trophy to someone like Pete Carter, but Mitch Waterman managing to hold on. JXT going to work on Johari straight out of Werribee South, the place you know very well there, Shane Hero. They bring him tough in Wyndham.
They absolutely do, and the fact that he's grown up there and survived this long tells you everything you need to know about the toughness of Johari.
Oh, Killian Bates sending Johari to the outside. The Gutter God looking to make a mark in this match. Embracing his friend Pete Carroll. Here comes the Kodiak. Double elimination. Bruno. What a showing from the Kodiak. But look out. Look behind you, Bruno. field has thinned out here as Sketch trying to send MJ Russo over the top rope.
And wouldn't it be nice to see such a lovely guy as Shotgun Matt Farrow win this battle? So many videos online lately. The man is
Oh, you are oozing with sincerity as you say that. Let's break this down for you wrestling fans. We've currently got still in the ring Ace Shack. Well, maybe not for long. JXT sending over the top rope, but manages to hold on. JXT is there. Shotgun Matt Farrow is there. And wait a minute, what's going on here for the top rope? Oh, Senton! And on the other side of the ring, Musketeer has eliminated Sketch. We are down to the final 6. Shotgun Matt Farrow, Mitch Waterman, the Musketeer, and Ed Cover looking to eliminate Mitch Waterman.
Waterman taking too long to gloat over that elimination, it would seem.
Ace Shack going to work on the franchise JXT. The pack has certainly thinned now. What an array of talent we've got in this fight. Oh my goodness! Over the top rope, JXT sending Ace Shack. The franchise well and truly in contention. And I've just realised Shane Hero Erica Reed has been eliminated.
As you said, the action coming thick and fast in the match. Like,
whoa, massive super kick from Mitch Waterman, and JXT is eliminated. We're down to the final 4. And Gabba, the Musketeer, Mitch Waterman, and Shotgun Matt Farrow.
let's not forget the Musketeer was the inaugural. Could we be seeing him go back to back here tonight?
What an interesting dynamic we have. And Cabba and the Musketeer have formed an unlikely alliance over recent months, and neither Cabba or the Musketeer have much time for Mitch Waterman, and frankly, no one has any time at all for Shotgun Matt Farrow. But what an opportunity for the rookie Matt Farrow if he were to eliminate Waterman, Musketeer. Oh, Waterman! Big super kick taking out the Musketeer. Oh, Cabba saving his friend. Oh my goodness! Mitch Waterman barely hanging on as Cabba trying to seize the opportunity. Matt Farrow from behind, plumbing blows to the spine. He doesn't want to break down Cabba too much though, because you've got to get him over the top rope in this battle royale. And massive forearms there from Absolute Excellence. Oh my goodness, the super punch. Goodness. And the spine on the pine as Cabba large and in charge. The crowd, just listen to him. They're calling for the rack. And there it is, Shotgun Matt Farrow up in the Cabba rack. Is he going to be able to dump him over the top rope? No, holds on, wait a minute, Waterman from behind. Cabba eliminated. That is massive in the context of this match. As Cabba eliminated, Waterman, Farrow, Musketeer, the last 3 standing, and this is an equation that the Musketeer cannot feel too confident about.
Remember that? Yeah. Remember that last?
There is so much bad blood between the Musketeer and Mitch Waterman. We'll be seeing the two of them face off one-on-one in the grudge match of the year at Mayhem Mania, but right now, like a pack of wolves, Shotgun Matt Farrow and Mitch Waterman laying waste to the Musketeer.
We run this shit!
What a sight this is. Waterman, Farrow, locked and loaded, working together. Oh, reverse elbow by the Musketeer, and up and over goes Farrow. We are down to the final 2, and how appropriate is it that it is the Musketeer and Mitch Waterman? Let's not forget the Musketeer, the winner of last year's Bad to the Bone Battle Royale, and Mitch Waterman, the turncoat, who was on the receiving end of Hitman Julio's wrath in 2025. And back and forth, we've been waiting months to see these two go at it. A preview of Mayhem Mania right here at Bad to the Bone. The bad blood between these two runs so deep, and you just know that Musketeer has been waiting months for this moment.
Right, it's going to mean so much to him if he can win this match and not only get the victory, but to do it by defeating Mitch Waterman and proving his worth.
The discus lariat by the Musketeer, laying out Mitch Waterman. You have to think, Shane Hero, we might be near the conclusion of this epic battle royal. If only the Musketeer could get it done. No! Waterman reverses, but Muskie manages to hang on by the skin of his teeth. Waterman only just realising. Shoulder to the gut. A precarious position for the Musketeer here on the ring apron.
Look at this.
This is an incredibly dangerous situation. A slight misstep, and this battle royale will be lost. Waterman, what evil intentions has he got in mind for his arch nemesis? Not a pile driver, surely. Oh, Muskie going for a back body drop, but Waterman able to prevent it. Oh, and a massive right hand by the Musketeer. Oh, and a low blow by Waterman. Damn you, Mitch Waterman. Oh, and with a kick to the head, the Musketeer is eliminated, and Mitch Waterman is the last man standing, the winner of the 2026 Bad to the Bone Hitman Julio Battle Royale.
Oh, good job, Muskie. Good job, Muskie.
2026.
Daring his former mentor. Let's not forget, Mitch Waterman was trained by Hitman Julio, but last year the turncoat turned his back on the legend George the Hitman Julio. How appropriate in Mitch Waterman's eyes is it then that the Hitman has to present him with the trophy, with the medallion. This is appalling to watch after the words, the horrible things said by Mitch Waterman to Hitman Julio last year. Well, you can't fault the character of the Hitman, George Julio. I admire him. I wouldn't have had that in me to show such respect after the turncoat of 2025. Musketeer back in the ring. Well, what? What the hell? George! No! No, George! What are you doing? The Hitman, George Julio, has reunited with Mitch Waterman. And once again, the Musketeer has been screwed. What the hell is this? Shane Hero can't believe it. The fans here in Melbourne can't believe it. I can't believe it. Standing tall, Mitch Waterman and George the Hitman Julio. I can't believe what I've just seen. Mitch Waterman indeed is the winner of the 2026 Bad to the Bone Battle Royale, but why, George? Why? Stupid. Wrestling fans as Mitch Waterman parades with the Bad to the Bone trophy. George Julio giving the fans some lip at ringside. We're going to try and regain some order here.
Do you want to be a pro wrestler?
I think this is our magic kill. He has her up again, once again.
Sign up now to the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling. All you have to do to start your journey is sign up now to be Relentless.
I cannot believe what we just saw from the hitman, George Julio. But then again, I probably shouldn't be surprised. That's pretty classic George Julio, come to think of it.
After what we saw at Bad to the Bone 1, it's astonishing what we've seen just now at Bad to the Bone 2. It makes me think back to Mayhem Pro New Wave, where we saw Fox emerge out of nowhere, taking out Erica Reid. Well, one thing that Fox didn't count for, though, is that Erica Reid has a very good friend in her corner.
You finna pay for what you did to her.
Love me.
You have had a very serious shift in mindset. I can see by the look in your eye. I can see by the way you carry yourself. I can see by the way you drop her on her head.
Love me.
And Mayhem Pro, Bad to the Bone. Fox, I don't give a damn about no winning or no losing.
Love me.
Cause the roaring tunny for Johari just wants to hurt you. Bang.
For the following contest, scheduled for one fall.
I have seldom seen the roaring Tanawa as intense, as locked and loaded as he is tonight. He calls himself the protector of the Mayhem Pro locker room. Tonight, he's here in defense of Erica Reid, but Fox from behind, laying out Johari in the aisleway. Well, referee Sam calling for the bell at the insistence of Fox, and this match is underway, but Johari taken by surprise. He's come out here tonight to defend his long-time friend and confidant, Erica Reid, but Fox not looking to find a fair fight. I honestly have no idea what has come over Fox of late. One of the most insane about faces I've ever seen in pro wrestling. But Johari, he's here to defend his friend, Erica Reid. And right now, he's sending Fox into the steel guardrail. Johari still has his jacket on. Well, now he's got it off. He was taken completely by surprise, Johari.
So was I, Matty. Look, I wasn't about to stay there and hang around to do the ring announcing when Fox was demanding that the bell be rung straight away.
Well, finally, we're nearly finding ourselves back in the ring. Blocked by Fox. And now sending Johari into the ring apron. The defender of the Mayhem Pro locker room, the defender of Erica Reid tonight, but right now Fox is large and in charge, and finally finding our way back into the ring. It's now just up to Fox to follow. We might have ourselves a straightforward match on our hands, but with all of the emotion and the intensity in this match, the crowd none too happy with Fox. Johari looking to avenge his longtime friend Erica Reid. And out of the corner, a massive spear taking out Fox. But Johari felt the impact of that himself. Hooks the leg. Oh, Fox. You've got to give him his dues. Long-time veteran of the game. Gets his foot on the bottom rope.
But look, turnabout is fair play there. He blindsided Johari to kick this one off. So Johari, a little bit of revenge.
It has been months since Mayhem Pro. Full send in Bacchus Marsh as Johari sent into the ring post. I still have no idea what overcame Fox, but now the tombstone pile driver jumping Johari on his head. It's elementary from here. Fox with the victory over Johari, but we are still no closer to understanding why Fox has turned his back on those he knows and loves as he unloads on Johari. And look out! Here's the Dreamtime Voodoo Witch! Equalizer in hand! And Fox very quick to take a powder to the outside. This is the first time we have seen Erica Reid and Fox face to face since Full Send. Look out, Erica! Look out! Oh, Fox from behind as Erica Reid tending to her friend Johari. What's Fox pulling out of his pocket? Oh no! No, 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 no! Erica Reid valiantly fighting out. She knows what's happening, but Fox with the handcuffs. Someone's got to do something about this. Erica Reid is handcuffed to the top rope. Referee Sam Addison, nothing he can do. And Fox now going back to work at Johari. Oh my God. Erica Reid, helpless, handcuffed to the top rope. And Fox has a steel chair in hand. Oh my God, laying out Johari. The locker room emptying. Wrestlers from the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling at ringside, but they are seemingly helpless as well as Johari completely at the whim of Fox, and there's nothing Erica Reid can do about it. Someone's going to do something. Oh my God, Johari's busted open. The blood of the roaring Tanawa. Oh, you are right, Erica Reid. Fox is sick. Smearing the blood of Johari onto Erica Reid. That's the keys to the handcuffs. Well, the students from the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling now desperately tending to Johari, trying to uncuff Erica Reid as Fox strides his way back to the locker room. You're a sicko, Fox! Johari can barely stand. Erica Reid freed from the top rope. The handcuffs remain. Wrestling fans, this is not what any of us expected, but you've got to know that Erica Reid is only going to be further fueled to get her revenge on Fox.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Mayhem King of Colac Championship.
Of Australian wrestling, the J-Stick. Let's not forget a former Colac champion himself, and you gotta believe that he has every intention tonight to walk out of Bad to the Bone with the gold around his waist. And don't the crowd love JXC here in Melton?
From Melton, Victoria, winning at over 50.
We saw JXT in the Bad to the Bone Battle Royale earlier tonight. But he looks ready, he looks locked and loaded. He looks ready to take the fight to Nate Hunter. New music. New belt. Same attitude. The golden child, Nate Hunter, fulfilling what frankly many of us in the wrestling industry knew was inevitable, but were perhaps not willing to admit. Nate Hunter with gold around his waist here in Mayhem Pro. Calls it his mat. And it's hard to dispute that now that he has the Colac Championship firmly in his grasp. It was an astonishing contest at Colac Carnage where Nate Hunter defeated Sketch in a match that went all over the Colac RSL. He came out on top, but he faces a massive challenge in his first defense as the franchise and a former Colac champion, JXT, stands opposite the ring from him. Referee Button's on duty for this match, and they are going to have their hands full with this because it's hard to believe that Nate Hunter will stay above board in this match, Shane Hero, especially after what he endured in Colac to win the title. I can barely hear you, Shane Hero, over the boos from the Mayhem Maniacs here in Melton. But JXT, he can take it all in his stride. The crowd adore him, but JXT can focus, he can hone in and get the job done. What a challenge Nate Hunter has tonight, and what appalling disrespect for our official Buttons. We're ready to go. The bell is rung. This championship match is underway. The J-Stick, the franchise, versus the Golden Child.
And you are right. Hunter is disrespectful. He is underhanded. Undeniably, he is successful.
JXT working Hunter back into the corner. Nate Hunter knows all of the tricks. All of the underhanded tactics, sliding onto the top rope, knowing that the referee will have to pause the action. JXT more than happy to sit back, maintain control and focus, and let Nate Hunter do what he feels he needs to do. Let's not forget though, Shane Hero, the last time we saw these two competitors one-on-one was here in Melton. It was over a year ago, and it was actually Nate Hunter who defeated JXT to become #1 contender for the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship. Will the stars align once again for the Golden Child against JXT tonight?
Well, exactly right. You know, we think of Nate Hunter as an up-and-comer, but he's proven time and time again that he has what it takes to get the big wins when it counts.
You can't help but feel that neither of these competitors are at 100% after their outings in Colac. Nate Hunter was brawling all over the Colac RSL with Sketch, and JXT had an incredibly hard-hitting match against the franchise of New Zealand Wrestling, Jamie Takatese. But a baseball slide dropkick sending the Golden Child into the steel barrier, and the crowd are up and about here in Melton.
And really, look, that is what the Colac Championship signifies. We've seen over the years so many brutal violent matches contested for that championship. So it really is a testament to the toughness of Nate Hunter to have secured the victory against Sketch.
JXT calling for quiet and the massive chop. Absolutely roaring all the air out of the Golden Child. And so far in this match, Shane Hero, we actually haven't seen Nate Hunter with the upper hand. It has been all JXT so far, and that's the way he likes it. Only a kick out at 2 at that time after the lateral press from JXT, and now cinching in the side headlock. All those fundamentals that JXT imparts onto the students at the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling. Someone who has been under the tutelage of JXT has been the Golden Child, Nate Hunter. But Shane, you can't help but wonder if it's one of those situations where JXT might have taught everything that Nate Hunter knows, but JXT didn't teach Nate Hunter everything that JXT knows.
But look, I would not be surprised. Someone like Hunter has definitely been studying up. He's a master when it comes to wrestling. He's learning from all different places, and you can see it.
Got a takedown there by the Golden Child, Nate Hunter. But JXT straight back up and straight back down again. 2 for 2 from the Golden Child. Oh, but JXT, what a really savvy bit of veteran nous there. Nate Hunter tripping face first. And JXT, none too respectful whatsoever towards the Golden Child. And frankly, I don't blame him. Headlock takeover now. JXT maintaining control and setting the tempo of this match. Nate Hunter, a fantastic athletic competitor, but he does thrive on quick bursts of high energy. JXT has got him scouted. Maybe he took some lessons from that match at Mayhem Showcase in April 2025, and JXT well and truly controlling the tempo.
If it were anyone else, I'd maybe be a little bit concerned that Hunter is being outmatched so far, but you just know that with Hunter, he has a plan. He knows what he's doing, and that's why he's so dangerous at times.
He's going to want to have a plan. He's going up against one of the most decorated athletes in all of Australian wrestling. And if we're talking about strictly here in Mayhem Pro, JXT is one of the few competitors that can lay claim, or in fact the only competitor that can lay claim to being an internet champion and a Colac champion here in Mayhem Pro. Oh, and over the top rope goes JXT, taking out Nate Hunter, but JXT felt the impact of that move as well. Both competitors down, but JXT first back to his feet, and the crowd explode here in Melton.
Let's finish him off. Let's win this title.
Oh, playing possum was the Golden Child, Nate Hunter, and dropping JXT over the top rope. You got to give Nate Hunter his credit there. Playing possum gave him some time to get some air back in the lungs. Vertical suplex, goes to the cover, doesn't hook the leg, and JXT kicks out at 2. This shows just how quickly the tide can turn in a match. Only moments ago it was JXT large and in charge, but Nate Hunter has very quickly turned the tables on the franchise.
That's it. There is that cunning of Hunter on full display. He saw it opening and he took it.
We have seen a bevy of underhanded tactics from Nate Hunter through the last year in Mayhem Pro. We've seen him load up the knee pad, load up a shoulder pad on more than one occasion. Can't help but wonder if is he going to pull out an underhanded trick in this match in his first title defense of the Mayhem Pro Colac Championship. We're yet to see anything like that so far, but another massive clothesline leveling the J-stick. Nate Hunter goes to the cover. Once again, not hooking the leg. He's got to make sure he remembers he's in there with a seasoned pro, one of the most decorated wrestlers in Aussie wrestling. You can't let any bit of technique slip against the J-stick.
I would beg to differ. I don't know that was unintentional. Hunter, he knows that something like the disrespect of not hooking the leg is going to get under the skin of James. Little things like that Hunter does are always planned. He knows precisely what he's doing at all times.
And let's not discount just how much energy and effort it takes to kick out of a pin attempt. That takes a massive burst of energy and you don't get any time to recover, as we're seeing here. Nate Hunter straight back to work on JXT, but the J-Stick is feeding off the crowd, trying to will himself back to his feet. And he does! Turning the tables! What on earth are we going to see here? He's got Nate Hunter up. Hunter slips out the back. JXT taken out with a back elbow. Hunter once again going for the cover. And once again, JXT kicking out at 2.
And again, forcing JXT to exert that energy of kicking out.
Foot on the dreadlocks of the J-Stick as Nate Hunter wrenches the arm. Oh, and the disrespect. Such a casual kick to the back of JXT. Oh, but look at the face of the J-Stick. Oh, and firing back is the franchise. Hunter has him up. Body slam position, drops him down. And now Nate Hunter unloading on JXT. Once again with a cover. And JXT somehow manages to find the energy to kick out. We're pushing on double-digit pin attempts in this match by Nate Hunter. And that means it's nearly double-digit times that JXT has had to kick out. The amount of energy that takes cannot be understated as the Golden Child heads to the top rope. What are we going to see here from Nate Hunter? Elbow drop attempt, but JXT rolling out of the way. Nate Hunter left laying on the mat. Who will be first back to their feet? It is a race and it is tied, but JXT drawing on the energy and the enthusiasm of this crowd with a high knee. Nate Hunter going back for a second attempt at a big boot. Second rope, JXT. Tornado DDT. If only he could roll over and make the cover. That might be it. We might have a new champion. Referee Buttons closing in on a 5 count. Surely the championship match isn't going to end like this. Somehow JXT makes his way back to his feet and Hunter is back up as well. And we are now in a slogfest.
We are starting to see signs of exhaustion from both men now.
All attempts at controlling tempo and technical prowess are out the window. This is well and truly a fight now, and JXT leveling Nate Hunter. Super kick to the midsection, off the ropes, high knee. No wasted motion by the J-Stick. Bulldog planting the face of Hunter, and JXT, he smells blood in the water. He feels ready to wrap this up. Oh, Hunter manages to sneak out the back door, misses with a clothesline attempt. JXT up in the fireman's carry position. There's the driver.
Here we go, hooks the leg.
Oh, Hunter manages to kick out at 2.5. I thought that was it, Shane Hero.
We almost had a new champion.
Up top.
JXT signaling for it. Are we going to see that signature flying elbow from the J-Stick? Or are we going to see a flying crossbody? Nate Hunter prone on the mat. No, he's up. Oh, crutches J-Stick on the top rope. Oh my God. Nate Hunter dropping JXT on his head from the top rope. Hooks the leg. Oh, JXT!
Unbelievable. How did he kick out of
I
that?
have no idea how JXT kicked out of that. That was pure instinct. What is it going to take for Nate Hunter to put the J-Stick down?
Just a shout of legitimate, pure frustration from Hunter there. I think he believed that this match was over then.
Hunter grabs JXT, propping him on the top rope once again. Are we going to see a repeat of moments ago? JXT favouring the left shoulder. Hunter up to the second rope. JXT blocking the superplex attempt. Desperately driving his way out. Close to the ribs, close to the head. Once again, this is descended to a slogfest and a headbutt, sending Nate Hunter to the canvas. Are we going to see the elbow now? JXT is feeling it, the crowd are feeling it. Here comes the franchise. Hooks the leg. Oh, Hunter astonishingly kicking out at 2 when even JXT can't believe it. What a match this is. JXT, Nate Hunter, Colac Championship on the line. This match is living up to all expectations.
Absolutely unbelievable resilience from both men here.
Oh, here we go. We're going to see the plex. No! Hunter once again manages to avoid it. Third time is the charm. The JX plex drives him down. Oh, and Hunter manages to slip out of the ring. Got to give him credit for his ring awareness there. JXT incredulous with frustration.
A desperate move, but look, when you're the champion, as you know, the title won't change hands on a count out. So very, very savvy on the part of Hunter there.
JXT lifting dead weight there. Nate Hunter is in all sorts right now. He can barely pull himself to his feet. JXT senses that the end is near. Lining up for a massive super kick. No, goes for the splash. And wait a minute, referee Buttons found their way in the middle, and the referee is down. JXT with the pedigree, but Buttons is down. Oh, that would have been it right there, but referee Buttons is completely knocked out. And oh no, it's those damn physicals. Oh, we saw the physicals align themselves with Nate Hunter back at Colac Carnage, and what carnage it was, taking out Sketch. JXT doesn't know what to make of this. Oh, double super kick, laying out JXT. The physicals once again showing their allegiance to the Golden Child. I still can't believe what I'm seeing. The Mayhem Maniacs booing the physicals. Nate Hunter directing traffic as he tries to get himself to his feet. Referee Buttons, they are still down. Hunter calling for the Colac Championship. Lining him up. Jesus Christ, no! Physicals launch him in, and no! Hunter with the championship belt. Johnny Jets trying to get referee Buttons revived, and well, there we go. 1, 2. Hunter retains in Melton. It was a fantastic match up until referee Buttons was taken out of action. That was when the damn physicals saw their opportunity to come to the assistance of their new leader. Whether we like it or not, Nate Hunter has retained the Mayhem Pro Colac Championship, and what a sight this is. Is this the future we have to brace ourselves for in Mayhem Pro? The physicals, Nate Hunter running roughshed, and unloading on JXT like a pack of wolves, 3-on-1. This is outrageous. Wait a minute. Here's Sketch! Here's Kato! The cavalry has arrived for the J-Stick! The former Colac champion! The Metal Outlaw are here to save the day! Sketch, he wants that title back, but he more importantly wants what's right. Coming to JXT's aid, and what a sight this is! As Nate Hunter parades to the crowd. Wrestling fans, let's take a moment to process what we've seen here. Sketch has come to the aid of JXT. The rivalry these two have had for years. I never thought I'd see the day. Sketch has a microphone. What's he got to say?
You three little bastards! Listen up! Josh, you and I don't see eye to eye. But we both have something in common. We have an issue right here. How about next show, right here? 6-man tag!
Whoa! JXT and Sketch, they're shaking hands on the same team! I never thought I'd see the day!
Big mistake, buddy! You made a big mistake, buddy!
You heard it here, wrestling fans! At our next show in Melton, it will be Nate Hunter and the Physicals versus JXT, Sketch, and Kano! As Nate Hunter holds the Colac Championship aloft, I just can't help but think of the battles, the wars that JXT and Sketch have been through. They know each other so well. What a force they are going to be on the same team, and with the Metal Outlaw in the mix. What a sight! 6-man tag coming up next show in Melton. I don't know quite what to make of that feature presentation from the aspirationless Lochy Hendricks, but I do know this is quite a juxtaposition from Art House to the Metal Core. Like Malik, the Wildfire finally gets his shot one-on-one for the championship. I was speaking to Blake Malik earlier this afternoon prior to the show, and he made sure to remind me that his guitar playing mirrors his in-ring style, and how true that is. He's technical, he's complex, and he's tightly controlled, but you've always got to be on the lookout Because when that pressure builds, Blake Malik will explode without warning. It was back in April when Blake Malik and the Musketeer, well, tied a #1 contenders match, which led to a big triple threat at Colac Carnage last month. It was Lochy Hendricks retaining the gold in that instance. In a triple threat match, anything can happen, but now he has to have his sole focus on a driven, motivated wildfire Blake Malik. One of the most complex, enigmatic, and cerebral competitors in all of Australian wrestling. He's a champion seemingly wherever he goes. And he's in his own mind, it is all a foregone conclusion. It was all the way back in 2024 when the aspirationalist Lochy Hendricks won the Relentless Rumble. It took him a whole year to cash in his title opportunity. And he defeated Erica Reed and Jab at Relentless Rumble 2025 to win that belt he holds aloft. In March 2026, it was the last dance of Lochy Hendricks and Erica Reed. And Lochy Hendricks won. Will he do the same tonight?
The following contest is your main event. And it is scheduled for 1 fall. And it is for the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship. Your referee for this match, Senior Official Sam Addison. First, introducing the challenger. He is the Metalcore Maestro, the Pyro Performer, the Wildfire, Blake and his opponent, weighing in at 176 pounds, hailing from Melbourne, he is the Mayhem Pro Internet Champion, the aspirationalist, Lochy
This is Mayhem Pro, bad to the bone. Coming to you from Melton, Victoria. And it is a big fight field right here in front of a jam-packed crowd at the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling gym. It is the aspirationalist Lochy Hendricks defending one-on-one against Wildfire Blake Malik. And Shane Hero, we all know how long Blake Malik has been waiting for this opportunity, a one-on-one shot at the title. He is ready.
absolutely is. It has been an incredible journey for Malik. But you've seen over recent months, it's like he's finally brought it all together. He's always had the skills, the showmanship. He's been plagued by at times the frustration that would get in his way and interfere in his mindset when it came to matches. But now we're seeing the complete Blake Malik in his best that we've ever seen him to date. Could this be his big moment here tonight?
Blake Malik is one of the most astonishing competitors I have seen in Mayhem Pro. He is 6'4" and 90 kilo. He can hit hard. He can hit strong. He can fly like a cruiserweight. He is an astonishing athlete, but he is going up against arguably the toughest competitor he has ever faced, because no one is as cerebral, no one is as enigmatic, and no one is as hard to come up against than our champion, the aspirationalist Lochy Hendricks.
Yeah, absolutely correct there, Matty. This man has proven in some huge championship matches that he can take on anyone here in Mayhem.
It is the chicken wing versus the scorched earth. The sling blade versus the Britney spear. What will we see come out on top? And Blake Malik, beautiful takedown there. And Lochy Hendricks can't help but give a, albeit slight, sign of respect there towards Wildfire Blake Malik. Lock up in the center of the ring. Lochy Hendricks made his debut back in 2014. Blake Malik in 2023. The aspirationalist has got 10 years of experience on Blake Malik, but Blake Malik, for someone still relatively fresh in his career, has been able to achieve so much and has capitalized on so much promise. If he is able to pull the victory out tonight, Shane Hero, well, Lochy Hendricks talks about a foregone conclusion. I don't think anyone would be surprised to see gold around the waist of Blake Malik.
Not at all. For a long time, I guess many of us have really thought it's only a matter of time for Malik to really bring it all together and see that level of success. In recent months, it really has come together at an astounding rate for Malik. And for someone like Lochy Hendricks, who will always try to get inside the head of his opponents, it may be really difficult to understand the headspace of Malik, given that rapid rise and improvement in such a short space of time.
And Lochy Hendricks knows exactly what he is doing here. He knows that if he can get in the head and get Blake Malik to lose some of that focus, that is when that explosiveness of Blake Malik will come out in the wrong way. It is a mind game every time for Lochy Hendricks, and he's going to use that advantage to every inch that he possibly can. And a massive takeover by Blake Malik. Shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and a big, beautiful single leg drop kick. And Blake Malik is fired up, and I've never heard the crowd so behind Blake Malik. This is exceptional. We spoke of New Wave a couple of months ago here in the Relentless gym as being all about the new wave of talent, and I feel like it was that night when Blake Malik got a sniff of that opportunity of championship gold that the corner was turned for him. I feel like it's been a completely different Blake Malik that we've seen since New Wave.
It really has been. I mean, the man is a natural showman. He's a natural performer. And as we have seen for a very long time, he's a very gifted professional wrestler.
Look at the strength of Wildfire Blake Malik. Lochy Hendricks is no light man, and we're pushing 10 seconds now that he has held Lochy Hendricks up in the air. The blood rushing to the head. The impact that we're about to see. How is Blake Malik still holding him up? This is unbelievable. And down he goes. That was nearly 20 seconds of elevation for Lochy Hendricks. Blake Malik has been working really hard on his strength and conditioning, and we saw the fruits of his labours right there.
Right, I mean, look, something like that sends a message to Hendricks. When Hendricks is hanging there upside down helpless for that amount of time, he knows this is a new Blake Malik he's up against.
Oh, but the veteran guile of the aspirationalist, dropping the head, the neck, the whiplash effect. Blake Malik feeling it all. And now the champion takes over, sending Wildfire into the corner. Oh, I can feel that impact from here, Shane Hero.
Echoing throughout the Relentless gym.
Reversal of the Irish whip. Big back body drop. Blake Malik finds his way back into this match. Lochy Hendricks hasn't been able to get a run on yet, and this is an unusual situation for Lochy Hendricks. He's usually very deliberate and measured and in control, but Blake Malik, as he turns the tides with a chop of his own, hasn't given Lochy Hendricks the opportunity to seize control of this match for any extended stretch.
You've really got to wonder if Hendricks is coming here ready to fight the Blake Malik that is here this evening. Has he prepared for the Blake Malik who doesn't exist anymore? The Blake Malik of 3 months ago, 6 months ago, the man who would be hot-tempered, who would lose his cool, who would lose the big matches when things didn't go his way. Finally, Malik seems to have really, he's got that under control, and really, he's bringing it all together. It's impressive.
Kick out at 2 by Blake Malik. You raise a good point there, Shane Hero. The run home for 2025 was not a banner outing for Blake Malik. He lost to Edward Dusk at the Relentless Rumble. He lost to Erica Reed at Clashing Colac. 2 massive scalps that Blake Malik wasn't able to get done, and he came into 2026 wanting to turn the corner. He got a taste of the top-level competition that is on offer here in Mayhem Pro, and what we are seeing now is the fruits of months of labour in the gym, training in the ring, scouting his opponents. The culmination is this one-on-one championship opportunity. But is Blake Malik going to be able to get the job done? It'll be huge if he does.
I've no doubt he's going to be a champion at some point in the future. The only question is whether the championship reign of Blake Malik begins tonight.
Everything for Lochy Hendricks is a foregone conclusion. It certainly isn't in his script that Blake Malik will defeat him, and kick out at 2 after the cross body by Blake Malik, and flying forearm takes out Blake Malik, but Lochy Hendricks feeling the effects of that as well, favouring his left arm. Took him longer than he would have liked to have gotten into the pin position, and Blake Malik kicks out at 2. Senior official Sam Addison on the tools in this massive main event. We're coming to you, wrestling fans, from a jam-packed Relentless gym here in Melton. Keep an eye on Mayhem Pro socials for all our upcoming shows, because the atmosphere here at the Relentless gym is like no other in Victorian wrestling, and the crowd here tonight, the jam-packed Mayhem Maniacs, are seeing a fantastic contest between Lochy Hendricks and Wildfire Blake Malik, as Malik placed on the top rope by the aspirations. My goodness, that punch reverberated throughout the entire gym. Takeover. And an uppercut to the back of the neck of Blake Malik. Lateral press, kick out at 2.
Incredible to see this absolutely packed Relentless gym here tonight. Full of fans cheering for Blake Malik. Only a few months ago, I would not have expected to see the crowd so strongly behind Malik. But again, it's a testament to the new man that we're seeing here tonight.
You're right, Shane Hero. Only a matter of months ago, Blake Malik had a sour attitude. He resented the fans, and more importantly, he resented the veterans who he felt were holding him down, preventing him from getting opportunities. But he turned the corner in the new year and discovered that he needed to make his own opportunities. And it was New Wave where he earned the right in conjunction with the Musketeer for a #1 contender's shot in Colac. And that outing gave Mayhem Pro management enough justification to grant him this one-on-one opportunity. And right now, Wildfire Blake Malik looking to seize. He's heading to the top rope. He's 6'4", but he can fly like a cruiserweight. What are we going to see? What a massive crossbody. The elevation was huge. Hooks the leg. Oh, only a 2-count from referee Sam Addison. It never ceases to amaze me, whether it's the elevation on a crossbody or the astonishing athleticism of the spiral tap. Blake Malik, someone so tall and, or dare I say, long and lanky, that he's able to fly so acrobatically is nothing short of amazing.
It is, it really is. At this point in the match, though, this is going to be the real test of Malik, because, as we've said time and again, he has lost so many big matches due to that frustration getting in his own way. Ordinarily, I would expect to see him right now probably kicking, screaming in frustration, but we're not seeing that. We're seeing Malik keeping that temper under control. To his credit, that could really be a huge difference here tonight.
It is well and truly a new Blake Malik we are seeing here tonight. Let's also give credit to the incredible work in the gym on his strength and conditioning he has been doing, part of the Body Biz crew who are changing the face of Australian professional wrestling. Or should I say changing the body of Australian pro wrestling. But Blake Malik slugging it out back and forth with Lochy Hendricks. This has descended into a fist fight. Oh my God, how are they sustaining these astonishing blows? Back to their feet, and a massive chop. Blake Malik, the wildfire is fired up, but Lochy Hendricks right to the eyes.
Lock the eyes, come on.
To his credit, senior official Sam Addison doesn't want to see the match end on a DQ. No one wants to see the match end on a DQ, giving just enough rope, maybe a touch more rope than we would normally see. Such is the scale, the spectacle of this Mayhem Pro Internet Championship match. And a spit to the face. What a sign of disrespect, Shane.
Look, I think this has caught Hendricks off guard. Coming into this match with a Blake Malik as calm as he has been. So he knows, though.
Oh my God, look at this.
He has to frustrate Malik. He has to anger him. That's the biggest weakness Malik has always displayed.
Blake Malik absorbing all those chops. And he's firing up, but he's channeling it in the right way. Massive clothesline taking down the champion. Back elbow. This is all Blake Malik right now. And listen to these Mayhem Maniacs. Are we going to see the sling blade? Blake Malik has got Hendricks lined up. He hits it. The sling blade. Goes to the cover. Oh! 2.5! Hendricks managing to kick out after the sling blade. I thought we had a new champion right there.
Oh, that was incredible. I believed this was the moment that match was going to be over right there.
What else has Blake Malik got in his toolbox to bust out here? Not able to get Hendricks up. Sends him over in a back body drop. A last gasp, perhaps, from the champion. Oh, a beautiful suplex. Beautiful bridge into a pin attempt, and Malik kicking out at 2. The technical prowess of the champion cannot be understated. Goes to the cover again. All the energy that this is taking out of Malik. Hendricks knows exactly what he's doing.
That's right. But perhaps maybe the mind games haven't worked tonight for Hendricks. But he's still a very proficient ring talent, and something like a fisherman suplex there is going to be very tough for anyone to kick out of.
Hendricks heading up to the top rope. He's pulling out all stops to try put Blake Malik down here, but Malik back to his feet, catches Hendricks. More clubbing right hands. I can't believe the punishment that both men are enduring in this match, and oh my God, are we going to see a superplex? Hendricks blocking desperately. Attacking the kidneys and the ribs and sends Blake Malik. Oh, what athleticism! On his feet! Malik, quick, back up to the top rope. Superplex! No wasted motion. Gets him back up and drops him. New champion right here. New champion. Oh! Hendricks somehow manages to kick out. Justified chant, if I ever heard one, Shane Hero. Blake Malik heading to the top rope, but we're going to see the spiral tap. If he hits this, it's over. Malik. Look at the athleticism. Spiral tap, hooks the leg. This has got to be it. Oh, Hendricks gets his foot on the bottom rope. Unbelievable.
You can never count out Hendricks. He has so much knowledge of that ring.
1 centimetre away, and Malik would be holding the championship aloft. The spiral tap did the job, but Hendricks was just too close to the bottom rope. Gets him up again, looking once again for the driver. Slips out. Locks it in. The sleeper. Can he get it into the chicken wing?
What do you say? You want to give it up?
Oh, great ring awareness from Blake Malik into a pinning position, but Hendricks, there it is. He's getting cinched in. We've seen him put down opponent after opponent with this submission move, but he can't quite fully get it in. Such is the length that Blake Malik has, and he's desperately trying to avoid it getting fully locked in.
Look at where Hendricks has him, dead center of the ring, as far from every rope as he possibly can keep him.
Oh, that's it. He's got it fully locked in now. Oh, he's trying to keep that hand in, and he refuses to give up. Blake Malik refuses to give up.
Millimeters away from the rope where he can break this hold if he can just reach it.
Can he get the rope? Oh, Hendricks, such flexibility. He's got the foot locking in the arm. Surely that left arm of Blake Malik is too far away and he's fading. If referee Sam Anderson sees the hand drop 3 times, this match is over. Oh, he's still got some fire left in him. Oh, the fire is not out in Blake Malik. Oh, but Hendricks roll through. Both competitors back to their feet. Malik desperately reaching for the rope. Schoolboy, he has the tights. Oh! Hendricks retains, but only because he pulled the tights. Blake Malik all throughout this match. The sling blade, the spiral tap. He didn't give up to the chicken wing. It took, oh, Hendricks went to knock out Blake Malik with the belt, but Malik saw it coming and a super kick laying out the champion. The fire burns bright in Blake Malik as he stands tall, and surely this is not the last time we will see Blake Malik in championship contention.
I truly how this was going to end, Lochy. After the war that we went through, is that the ending you people all wanted to see? Look, I was close. I nearly had it. And honestly, I have to thank every single one of you people who showed up today, cheering for me, sold out every single ticket. Because this place is our home. We are Mayhem Pro. And that includes every single one of you here tonight, so thank you for coming. Thank you for screaming, thank you for cheering, thank you for clapping and showing support to all the wrestlers that you love. So I didn't get the win tonight, but I know each and every one of you will be back at our next show. See what's next for the Wildfire. So thank you, take photos with the wrestlers, go to their tables, say hi, share them online, tell all your friends, get home safe. And we'll see you next time.
On a night where we honoured the past, we have seen a look into the future, and that future for Lochy Hendricks squarely involves Wildfire Blake Malik. Thank you for joining us, wrestling fans. On behalf of Shane Hero, I'm Matty Huss, and we'll see you next time, Mayhem Maniacs.
Do you want to be a pro wrestler?
I think this is our magic kill. He has her up again, once again.
Then sign up now to the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling. All you have to do to start your journey is sign up now to be Relentless.